All right. I'll go ahead and do a little intro again so I can be lazy and not have to edit.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining me. This is Axum Outdoor Adventures. I am Andrew Axum, and this is the Slingshot RoundTable. Tonight we have, for the first time, Danny Strite, Trapper D's or DES, and rejoining us is Rex Spurlock from T Rex Slings. Danny, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Danny Strite, Trapper D's, and Trapper D's on YouTube.
Trapper D's on YouTube. Yeah, you were frozen there for a minute, so I was waiting to see if it was going to unfreeze. But yeah, you're good now. If it does act up like that, you can just turn your video off and we can still talk. But Trapper D's on YouTube. And Rex, you have a YouTube channel as well. Go ahead and introduce that.
What's up, guys? Peace out. T Rex Slings. Got a little YouTube channel going on. I think I hit 700 subs today. So
Excellent.
Just trying to grow the channel and spread the word to everybody on how great this community and brotherhood is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the point of this whole little experiment I'm doing here is. Oh, somebody else is trying to get in the room. Looks like Michael Linder's popping in.
Yeah, I sent him a text. Tell the old lazy butthead to join.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Linder, you suck.
Danny.
What's up, Greg?
Danny's here with us tonight.
Excellent.
Go ahead and plug your YouTube channel because we were all just doing that.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, my YouTube channel is Linder Sucks, and it's full of me mostly doing teaching things and sucking at shooting.
Nah, it's really good. I like it. Did you see that? Like in that last video, I forgot to put the website along the bottom of the screen. So I made a separate little message for that the next day. I don't know if you've seen any increase in traffic, but I hope it helps some.
I did see it, and there was a big bump in traffic that day for sure.
Cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So my wife's calling me. I'm going to take this real quick and step away because she's out in snowy roads. I'll be right back. You guys can go ahead and talk.
What's going on, Linder? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. You know, just hanging out. I've been making frames lately.
Dude, they are epic.
Thank you.
Epic.
Yeah. Thank you. Feeling pretty good about it. You know, making a lot of mistakes along the way, but having a lot of fun. And, you know, they shoot. Right. I know that.
That's how you.
Yeah, that's my wife. She's driving home, and the roads here in Indiana or in southern Indiana are getting pretty bad this evening. I don't know what the weather's like where you guys are, but kind of sucks here. So sorry about that. What were you guys talking about when I bumped back in?
How bad Linder sucks.
It's always the topic, Andrew. Anywhere you go.
So Danny, we were talking about before you popped in here, we both saw your pickle fork throwing the can in the air and shooting it.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't do that.
The one that went out this morning, I guess.
Well, I saw two. I think I saw one that was a short and then one that was a little bit longer. So yeah, that was cool.
I probably have several in there.
Okay, but you posted two today, didn't you?
I posted one today.
Okay, well, two came up in my feed, so
I should have anyway. Yeah, I was one today, and then okay, yeah, I posted one today, and then one on like I want to say Thursday or Friday of last week. I'm not sure when exactly.
It just came up in my feed today.
But yeah.
So Rex and I were talking about. I can't even throw. I've tried to throw a can in the air and hit it. I can't even do that with a regular slingshot, like a 90 millimeter. So I don't know how in the world you do it with a pickle fork.
It's just point and shoot. That's it. You just point it and you shoot it. And I think, like I said in the video, for me, it's like you have to mentally stop the thing from spinning and then hit it, because then it's all like everything becomes still at that point, and there's just this 1 microsecond, and there it is, and that's when you release, and that's when it hits.
It's
surreal when it happens.
I'd be lucky to do it with a shotgun. Come on.
So, Linder, what have you been up to since we talked last? Did you guys all have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we did. I have a pretty big family, but we kind of kept it the smaller family, just like me and my wife and sister brother, sister brother-in-law, their two kids, and my parents. So yeah, that's the smaller version of our
That's
like 30 something person family.
and they all live there in the same town as you or
They're
near you.
about an hour and a half away.
Okay.
Which they're
Cool.
still, yeah.
Rex, do you guys have a big? I saw some of your Thanksgiving pictures, I think, or I saw some kind of get together you posted.
Oh yeah, man. We have a big family. Uh, it's all on Robin's side. We all get together. Robin takes the week off. Her and her mom cook all week, and trust me, it's some very nice overeating.
On
Okay.
Thanksgiving if you're not overeating.
Danny, do you have a family close to you there? You're in the Virginia area, right?
Yeah, we're actually in Maryland.
Maryland.
And
Okay.
if you know where, yeah, Maryland, where Maryland gets really skinny, we're really close to that.
Okay.
So if you can look on a map and yeah, and where Maryland gets skinny between Pennsylvania and West Virginia, that's where we are. And yeah, we have family here, and then my wife's family is over in Delaware. So we were
Okay.
both places. So yeah, double overeating, double.
Are you
Now,
up
my
around near Kaiser?
Kaiser's about 2 hours from us. Well, hour and a half maybe.
I did a
Yeah.
lot of work up in Kaiser.
my
Yeah.
sister and her
Yeah, it's not
husband.
super far.
My sister and her husband moved to that part of West Virginia. I don't know, about 15 years ago, and they were down there for a couple of years. All I know is he worked for a Volvo plant down there somewhere.
Yep.
You know where that's at, Rex?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they were down there for a couple of years. I didn't make it down to West Virginia when she lived there, but I've been down there before. It's beautiful, beautiful country. Danny, you live I'm guessing from your occupation, you live in a fairly rural area.
Uh, uh, yeah, I would say so. I mean, there's a lot of dairy farms around.
Are there? Yeah. I
Yeah.
always admire the background in your videos as much as the shooting because it just looks so pretty out there. I used to work out in Brown County, Indiana, and they had a lot of dairy farms. I like driving around looking at them. But cool. So everybody had a
Yeah.
good Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
Anybody been taking any Good Friday or Black Friday deals, whatever they call them, for buying any slingshot stuff or anything else?
Unfortunately, no.
I did not.
Same.
Well, Danny, you make a lot of natties though. You gave me one at AIM. I think that was the first time we met in person.
Yeah.
And do
Yeah.
you mostly shoot natties?
I didn't think that I did, but I think going back through my videos, I actually do shoot a lot of natties, and I don't really shoot any production frames. I have a lot of or a fair amount, maybe not a lot, but a fair amount. So between that and yeah, I guess I do shoot a lot of natties.
What is your favorite non-natty? Like, what's your favorite mass-produced frame?
I don't really have one. I mean, I
No.
have a Scout, but beyond that, I don't think I've shot that Scout for years.
Really?
So yeah, I don't really have a favorite mass-produced frame.
So one thing I like to ask everybody on here or when I meet them is, how did you get into slingshots? Was it something from childhood, or did you discover it as an adult?
Yeah, it was. I was probably 7 or 8, and I ran across, I don't know, something that shot with rubber bands, and I shot that, put the rubber bands back on, fixed the thing 100 times, and made a couple of board cuts, and they didn't last very long. Finally, we got a wrist rocket, and then the wrist rocket was the whole way through until I think 2014 is when I really got back into slingshots strong, and after that, it just went crazy. So
I think it's so cool that your kids get to go to all these slingshot tournaments. I wish that my parents had been involved in something like that when I was a kid, because I would have had a blast running around. Well, I mean, I having a blast now as an adult running around at them, but so I've noticed when I see you and your family there, a lot of times you have slingshot tournament shirts on from other tournaments. So you guys travel around quite a bit too to the different tournaments.
Yeah, I think we had made every tournament up until the fall of 2019, and that's when Millard, our oldest son, was born. That it got a little bit more iffy about the ones we went to. We have not missed an ECST since 2000. I think 2015 was the first one, and we've hit every single one since then.
Oh, that's really
because
cool.
that's the closest one to us.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah, it's only about 2 hours away.
I
ahead,
think
Michael.
you were at everything I went to this year, Danny. I think.
Yeah, we made all of them this year. I don't know if
Yeah.
it'll happen next year, but we made
Cool.
everything this year.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we're gonna try. I walked away for just a second
Yeah.
because I wanted to. Andrew, you mentioned that Danny gave you a natty, and I wanted to show a little bit of love to the one that he gave me. Because this is the kind of stuff that Trapper D makes, and it's just gorgeous, and you can tell because it says DS on somewhere on it. But
Yeah,
that
mine
little,
says that on the bottom.
yeah, Danny gave me this in Tennessee this year.
Cool. So you said he's been at everything you were at this year.
I think so. Yeah.
How long have you guys known each other?
I think we met the first time in Alabama, which was the first tournament this year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think you were at Hawking Hills last year, right?
No, we did not make Hawking Hills last year. This year was our first Hawking Hills. First year, our second son was born, and then last year, we were gonna go, and then I just had a rough week at work, and I was just too tired, and I didn't feel like doing anything, and so we didn't go last year. But we did make it the third year this year.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I was at Hawking Hills last year, but it was just my second tournament, and it was pretty big compared to my first. So it was like I just felt like there were like 3 people I knew, and then just a whole bunch of faces that I didn't know that I only found out later that I met, and was like, oh yeah, you were there too. Cool. This year felt a lot different. This year I felt like I knew almost everybody there, but last year not so much.
Hocking Hills it's the most laid back tournament that you'll ever go to.
Good.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
a good time. That was my first tournament. Matter of fact, I think it was yours too, Rex, wasn't it? We were both at the first tournament there for the first time when we met.
Yes, sir. It was. I had a good time just because I got to shoot with you and Amy.
Yeah,
it was nice.
We enjoyed it. I want to get her back to some more. She's not as into slingshots as I am, but she's into adventures and trips and stuff. So she's up for going to the stuff. Our schedule just hasn't lined up the past few, but I was just kind of thinking, you've got Hocking Hills that's close to you, Rex, and Danny, you're over near East Coast, and now I've got AIM here near me. I think it's neat that they're starting to pop up more. I would love to see the map start to be dotted where people didn't have to drive, 8 hours to get to one. That every state or every region anyway had one. But I lost my train of thought of where was going.
Yeah, I know next year I want to try to make ACC just because it seems like that's where, Ethan goes to that one. And, I mean, it looks like it would be a really good time. Just to me, it would be like Hocking Hills would be laid back.
Yeah. I really want to go to ACC. Now my only conundrum is the Tennessee shindig that's over my birthday weekend that I found out from Michael's website. They're, like 4 weeks apart, and from Indiana, Tennessee, and Alabama are both a little haul. So I want to go to both of them, but I may have to figure something out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would probably be a lot closer for me to go to the Tennessee one as well.
Yeah.
Tennessee is just, it's a small gathering. I don't know how many of us were there this year, Danny. There were maybe 15, 20 people there. Something like that.
15, 20?
Yeah,
probably
like
20.
Yeah.
Do you guys camp and stuff?
It's at a what do you call it? It's at a campground.
Campground.
So Yeah,
campground.
Yeah, but they've got cabins on site, so you can rent cabins, or they've got like RV spots if you pull an RV or drive an RV. They've got tent sites, like it's at a campground. So yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, we rented a cabin last time because we flew to that one, and it's hard to fly with camping gear.
Through that,
Yeah.
I just sleep in my truck
He's got a longer haul than you got, though.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
How is the
Well,
weather down in Texas right now?
Let's see. It is 60 degrees right now.
You suck.
Hey, tell me that in August,
Dude, it's like 15 degrees here.
My computer says
I was
22
gonna say,
right now.
We pay
we're in the
for it
upper
during the
20s.
summer.
We're in the upper 20s right now.
Are you? I was wondering. Have you guys been able to get out and shoot much? Well, I'm sure you have, Mr. 60 degrees.
Yeah,
real.
absolutely.
What about the rest of you?
Usually I just shoot in my garage. I got about an 8 meter little range in here, but I'm shooting at like the chipmunk nuts and the squirrel balls and stuff like that, just trying to hone in the accuracy.
Yeah. Danny, well, I know you've been out, Danny, because you've been posting videos of it.
Well, yeah, I shot that video last week, and then it got cold, and I haven't shot since.
I went out
It's cold.
yesterday. I went out yesterday because of the night shift that I'm on. I haven't been able to get up when there's been enough daylight lately because there's literally only an hour's daylight when I wake up. And so yesterday I went to bed earlier the night before. I was able to get up with a few hours of daylight left, and it was 30 degrees, but I went outside and I shot because I just hadn't for a couple of weeks. And honestly, I think we were talking about this. Michael, I don't know if it was you talking about it or not, but somebody was talking about like therapeutically how slingshots helps you and stuff. And I used to get cortisone shots in both shoulders, and I haven't had a single cortisone shot in my shoulders since I re-entered the slingshot world.
Yep.
But I can feel it. I can feel it in my back and stuff when I don't shoot for a few days. They start to ache a little bit. So, so I went out and I shot. I forced myself to stay out long enough to hit every one of my knockdowns one time, and that took longer than you would think it would in 30-degree weather. The last little one, I don't know if I hit the pad or if I hit the arm, but I counted it because I heard a ping, so I came back inside. But yeah, it's just been too cold to get out much, and I hate that because, like I said, I feel better when I get out and shoot. You guys, any of you into hiking at all?
I'm too old and fat.
I was gonna say I used to do quite a bit of it, but I'm getting older and it's getting less tenable.
Yeah. Danny, you like hiking at all?
I mean, I'm always good for a walk, but I don't actually go out and hike. So
You've always got a baby in your arms. You're definitely up for a hike.
We're
that's just added weight to a hike. So
we're pretty big hikers. We went out a few weeks ago to a state park near us here that a tornado hit about a year and a half ago, and it killed a lady that was camping there. I think a couple, actually. So it was bad, but we went and took a hike back to that and saw the path of destruction, and that was surreal to see that. But we like to do a lot of winter hiking because you can bundle up for it and stuff. But I can't shoot as well when I put all that long underwear and stuff on, so it's not as good for slingshotting. But Rex, you look like you was going to say something. I didn't know.
I was going to ask you if you and Amy, year one at Hocking Hills, I know you guys spent some time at doing some shopping. Did you have the opportunity to hit like Old Man's Cave or any of the hiking trails at Hocking Hills?
No, we didn't get over to I think that's a state park, isn't it? Hocking Hills. We didn't make it over to the actual park at all. And then this year I wanted to go over there and do some hiking by myself at some point, but I was just having so much fun at the tournament. I never really wanted to leave.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
So one of the things Dana and I like to do anytime we go on trips is if there's a national park anywhere nearby, we'll go to it. So I've been to a good handful of national parks and done some hiking and stuff there. after Hocking Hills this year, we did go to the state park and stay another couple days. We were
Oh,
there
did
for
you?
two nights, 3 days. Yeah, I did Old Man's Cave, all that stuff. But man, that it's a state park, but A, it's massive,
Mm-hmm.
and B, it has an incredible lodge. Like the lodge
Okay.
at Hocking Hills State Park is bigger and nicer than probably any one I've ever seen at a national park.
It's a
That is,
resort.
yeah, exactly. It's just a full-on like resort.
It's,
It's a
there's
great
a
park.
there's a state park here in Brown County, Indiana, which is about 20-30 minutes from where I live. And it's kind of like Indiana's version of the Hocking Hills area. It's very touristy, and I think it is the biggest state park in Indiana, and they have a lodge similar to that. Now I think the lodge has like a water park and stuff in it. It's pretty neat, but I definitely want to get over to Hocking Hills someday. Since we're over so close, it seems a shame not to make it, but at the same time, what day do I want to miss at the tournament?
Yeah, come early or stay late. I wouldn't leave the
Yeah.
tournament. That's so we left the tournament on Sunday and went straight over to the park and stayed there another 2 nights.
Oh, I was
Rex-
actually going to ask you about that, Linder. If you guys got to go.
We did. Yeah, so we didn't actually like we were pulling our RV for Hocking Hills and we had 2 weeks off work, so we didn't actually plan anything after the tournament. We just figured we'll figure it out as we go, which is a great thing you can do when you're pulling your house behind you. Um, and then after the tournament, we were like, yeah, I don't know, maybe we could go up near Chicago or something. And then we were sort of like, or also I'm really tired. Like it's been a long tournament. Maybe we just go 15 minutes away to the state park. And we were only going to stay there one night, but we liked it so much we paid for another night just to do it because it was a really, really nice place.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been to Chicago?
No, I actually haven't. Dana has, but I haven't.
It's I love Chicago because it's only 4 hours from here. And we didn't go up there much when I was a kid. Now I used to go up to the suburbs a lot with my old job, but never into the city much. But Amy took me up there for my 50th birthday, and we stayed in a pretty nice hotel in the Magnificent Mile or whatever they call it. And we stayed there for a week right in downtown and did like some architectural tours on the Chicago River and stuff. It is really a cool city if you like architecture and stuff. But
Yeah, and we actually spent half an hour, 45 minutes at Hocking Hills just talking to Jordan Smothers, just because they're nearby and they go to the city for date nights and stuff, just getting recommendations on things to do. I have a whole list of stuff I wrote down that he told me to do, and then we never went.
Well, we like to go to cities. We kind of, I don't want to live in a big city, but we like to go to them and explore and visit.
Yeah.
And I think Chicago is one of my favorites. New York, I've been to once, and it's cool. It's impressive to see, but you just have that laid back Midwest attitude in Chicago.
I'll get there at some point. And I agree with you about visiting cities. My take on it is like, if you avoid cities, then you're missing out on a lot. And if you avoid the country, you're missing out on a lot. Like it's I like to see it all. Whatever's there, let's try it.
I grew up in the country, and right now I live in the county, but I live close to the city, so I kind of have the best of both worlds. But no, I definitely like going into cities to explore and do some urban hiking, but I don't really want to live on the 27th floor of some building, though.
No. I mean, I do live in a city, but not in downtown. Like, I at least have a yard. Like I would not want to be in a high rise. No, that sounds awful.
No. So Danny, you mentioned you worked with dairy farms. Did you grow up out in that area and in that kind of work?
Yeah, I grew up on dairy farm. In fact, the background that you see is Dad's farm. We actually live on a house on Dad's farm.
Okay,
and,
it's beautiful.
He still milks cows, and and I'm involved. My job takes me to dairy farms every single day that I'm working.
That's cool.
I directly work with dairy farms.
I used to work for a utility company, and one of the little hubs that I had to pull up to a lot to do some work in was right next to a dairy farm. And I loved when I'd pull up, all the cows would come running towards me. They thought I was there to feed them. Always made my day.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to have to cut this short soon because I heard my wife come in and I want to make sure everything's okay with the way the roads are. But Danny, I think you said you were kind of limited for time tonight too, weren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say one thing, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny, I just want to show some love. You give us
Yeah.
DCSTs. I appreciate you. And I want to thank you personally,
Absolutely.
face to face, for what you did for the Boy Scouts.
Oh yeah, no
I
problem.
promise there will be a video once it's all said and done. I just ain't
I was going
got.
to say, tell the rest of us what he did for the Boy Scouts.
He gave us 20 band sets, man. He made them up and sent them to me.
Excellent. That's awesome.
And he also
Awesome.
sent me this little guy.
Yeah, I like that. Danny makes
This
nice
thing
natties.
is a
I've got one.
sweet little shooter. I mean, it shoots nice.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
have, the production frames coming from Layton, Straws, and Caddies, which the Boy Scouts don't know anything
Good.
about. They're going to be a surprise gift for them to introduce them to slingshots. And this all comes from a friend of mine that asked me to teach a class. So I figured I'd try to take it a little bit above that. So I got frames donated. I got band sets donated by Danny. And Danny sent this one, and which I want to say thank you for the letter you sent, Danny. It's really nice of how simple a slingshot can actually
You're
be.
welcome.
And at the end of the night, I want to get a can set up, and I want every one of them to take 5 shots. And whoever hits it the most is going to win this one.
Nice.
This is going to be the
Nice.
prize for the night.
That is awesome. That was really, really kind of you, Danny, to make those. Did you make them, the bands? I know you said you sent 20. Did you make them?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just yeah. I sat
That
down,
was-
cut them out, and made them.
That was very kind of you.
Yes, it
I
was.
enjoy making bands. It's kind of therapeutic sometimes, but I don't know if I enjoy making 20 for somebody else. So that was really nice of you, man.
He asked me what if I needed any help. I said band sets, and he didn't even say what he was going to send. He just sent me 20.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But that's the way this community is, man.
It's a brotherhood, dude. It really and truly is a
It
brotherhood.
is.
Well, sisterhood
is.
too. We got sisters and we got sisters.
Oh yeah.
Family.
Speaking of sisters, how's Dana doing? There, son.
She's doing just fine. She actually said she wasn't going to join tonight because she's was on Zoom calls all day long at work, but she told me to send everybody her love. So
I certainly understand that, but make sure she knows she's always welcome.
oh yeah,
Yes,
she
sir.
does. She knows. Yeah.
Tell
All
old
right.
Deadeye we're wanting her. We're wanting her to be jumping on the lives with us.
And Danny, you're always well. All of you are always welcome when I do these. I'll get the links out there sometime. I was telling Rex, I may have to figure out. I don't know. I want to try to get something, and like you said, Michael, at one point, some kind of set schedule or something, because it's just too crazy trying to get everybody's schedule lined up at once. But we'll get something figured out. I enjoy them too much to stop, and I've got positive feedback from other people, so I think people enjoy listening to us jabber.
Hey man, it's like sitting around the campfire or sitting out on the deck at Hocking Hills. We just sat around and BS.
Absolutely. I just got a text
Yep.
from Simple Shot about some kind of cell, so I better get off here and see what that was.
So did I.
You got it too?
Is that what that was? Yep, that's what that was. Yeah.
Nope, just got it myself.
did.
Well, looks like I got things to buy.
Old Nathan promoting it, man.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I'm going to get this edited and posted hopefully later tonight, but I've enjoyed it. Thank you all for joining, and you're all welcome back anytime we do them.
Awesome. Good to see you all.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
All right. You guys have a good
Bye-bye.
one. Take care.
Bye.
Peace.